Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're focusing on a developing story about investigations into President Joe Biden's health during his time in office. This is becoming a major topic in Washington, with Congressional Republicans pushing for answers. The House Oversight Committee has now called on President Biden's doctor, Dr. Kevin O'Connor, and 4 of his top aides to voluntarily come forward and answer questions. If they don't cooperate, subpoenas could be issued. The concern here is serious. Some believe that these aides may have had an outsized influence on President Biden's decisions, possibly acting as de facto presidents themselves. Chairman James Comer, who leads the Oversight Committee, has expressed worries that President Biden might have been significantly unwell while serving, and that the American people were not given accurate information about his fitness to serve. Republicans are also questioning who was truly running the country during that time, with reports suggesting that Hunter Biden, the president's coach, was spending more time in the Oval Office than President Biden himself. Some even say Hunter acted like the chief of staff. On the Senate side, Senator Ron Johnson has reached out to 28 top Biden administration officials requesting voluntary interviews. These include high-profile figures such as Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra, Secretary of State Antony Blinken, and White House Chief of Staff Jeff Zients. Johnson argues that if the president was incapacitated, these officials had a duty to step up and inform the public so the country could be governed competently. Adding to the investigation, recent books written by former Biden officials raise concerns that contradict earlier public statements portraying the president as healthy and mentally sharp. One book, Original Sin, specifically calls out Dr. O'Connor, suggesting he might have been too close to President Biden to provide an objective assessment of his health. This growing scrutiny could lead to subpoenas and more intense investigations, especially around the use of an autopen device for signing documents in the president's name during the final days of the Biden administration. Republicans want to find out who was actually in control and whether any of those decisions should be reconsidered. So, to recap, Congressional Republicans are actively investigating President Biden's health and mental fitness while in office, calling on his doctor and top aides for answers. They want to know if the American people were fully informed and who was really running the government. This story is unfolding fast and will be important to watch. If you want to stay updated with all the latest news and analysis, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss any of our future updates. Moving on. In other news from the Supreme Court this month, the court has made several key decisions. Most recently, it ruled in favor of former President Donald Trump's authority to remove 2 appointees from federal independent boards, even though the legal case over this is still ongoing. This decision was seen as a temporary win for Trump, allowing him to make those removals immediately rather than waiting for a full legal review. The court was clear, however, that this ruling does not decide the final outcome of the case, and it specifically noted that this ruling doesn't apply to the Federal Reserve. That means Jerome Powell's position as Federal Reserve Chair is still protected from such removal efforts, at least for now. This Supreme Court activity highlights ongoing tensions between branches of government and the significant influence of legal decisions on politics and policy. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more updates right here.